there's a special thing that happens when you speak things out into existence, right? And we can bring this back to what prayer is in short, right? Um, I believe the Bible says, like, speak out your prayers, right? This is why the Christian church is known for singing. I think there's a lot of power when your actual words and your stomach is used, in correlation to your mind, your goal setting, into your humility, appreciation, so be it, right? It's, excuse me, I'm having a little brain fart. Those happen easy, and it's not for anything other than it's a normal thing, because speaking in front of a camera is not that easy. It's unnatural. A lot of people like to speak to other people, which is natural, right? Or people that they know. But to think of something a bit more deeply and to tell a story and to somewhat sound a bit entertaining or to grab the attention of the reader, right? Or the hearer, then it's a bit more of a expertise, I would say, a mastery, right? I was trying to look for that book at the Barnes and Noble, Mastery, but ended up just getting War, which wasn't my first choice. But I actually wanted this was actually my third choice. I either wanted Mastery, The Laws of Human Nature, which was the actual first one, which is almost like the Bible but better, right? Excuse me, freaking bug. But I ended up just getting only one the only one that was there, and I believe it was just War. But speaking things out into existence, right? You can also correlate this to manifestation, the butterfly effect. Also, too, with the inner self, it motivates you a bit more. You're a bit more confident. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but everybody goes about their day, obviously a bit different, but it's natural to feel a bit of like, oh man, the stomach is tight or the booty hole is tight, right? And you're like, this is due this day, this is right, and then they're thinking about me in this way, right? So it's just a bit of insecurities that arise, right? That is normal to go through. Speaking things out into existence and just proclaiming, right, better results, or just clapping hands, or singing a song, right, to uplift your confidence, to feel motivated, can only help you. It helps that inner self, and in my opinion, I think it just helps, with your actual, how would you say it, execution. Because when we want to be a winner, it requires some execution, and a lot of times it's a bit of a farther out goal, which gets us out of our comfort zone. So all it takes is just speaking it out loud, or say a J.R. Cruz verse, right, and just like get motivated. um, Little stuff like that is only like the beginning of manifestation, right? Which is, I am this, or I am a winner, right? And now you're saying it. Now, pretty soon, you're going to realize, well, I got to actually act like a winner. Then, with time, I am an actual winner, in mentality, maybe results. But, yeah, speak things out loud. It will only help in your actual development as a human being when it comes to real depth conversations or saying something funny, right? Because I can't tell you how many times I go through conversations a day from new people from different backgrounds, from Colombia, from Mexico, from America, all backgrounds. And to just say something a bit funny where they are left with a good impression, or they're chuckling a little bit, or they remember you, right? That goes back to the first impression. You kind of got to be already experienced with this game, just like baseball players. at first the game moves fast, but then once experience hits, right, now everything is just like, oh, that's just a pitcher who throws 97, right? And I'm literally just watching him. I really don't care about who's watching me. um, I'm not scared of the coaches, of their opinions. I just know if I just stick right here in my own world, and I'm gonna do pretty good. But it takes a while for somebody to get to that point, considering the tiers of expertise of that industry, right? Considering your ability to grow through that process, as well as your ability to control your emotions. Again, all this is blah 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 stuff, but I'm really just trying to get at one-on-one conversations, and a lot of people just want the quick robotic replies, and it's just like you're left with nothing. I'm better off home, but it is what it is. A lot of people would rather just stay together tight, waste time, and just rather than take 3 years off to yourself, go out of the country, stay within the city and travel, and just really get deep on your shadow work, um, on who you are as a person, your weaknesses. Again, all these are simple stuff, but yeah, practice speaking things into existence. Conor McGregor says, if you can see it, or something like that, if you can see it, then, and you have the courage to speak it out, right, then you're literally just like confirming. It's like very simple stuff, right? I really don't eat candy because, for one, I don't really like it, but it's also unhealthy, right? And that if I eat a lot of sweet bread, you'll get diabetes, So stuff like this is, oh, I'm not gonna eat a lot of sweets, for one, because I really don't need it. It's just like a waste of food that I'm wasting. I'd rather have real protein, right? And again, I don't want to get fat, and I don't want to have diabetes, and I don't want to feel slow. So all these are just supporting my claim, and that's why what I aim for, it's like a 5 for 1 stone, right? Kill two birds with one stone, so they say. But I think it's important to aim correctly, but not too many people are given that time, that patience, that setback. A lot of people just get the first come, and they're blessed, they're graced. But unlike the few, I kind of just I fell, right? Until finally I kind of just gathered everything to myself, and obviously with the support of my family, but the actual playmaking is all on me, so that's what, I don't know, I wouldn't say it motivates me, but that's what gives me just a bit more confidence compared to the average man, but yeah, keep going and speak things out into existence. Peace out.